One of my favorite things about the pandemic is that every day I get to have lunch and dinner with my executive chef, Reyes Rodriguez, and my dining room manager, Manuel Jimenez. And we sit in the small private dining room. It's a very elegant room, and we have lunch and dinner together. We're 6 feet apart and we have plastic partitions between us, but we have meals together and we talk a lot. We were having a conversation a few months ago. I don't remember what it was about, but I was talking about my sons and how I never encouraged them to join the military because they don't like to listen to orders. They don't take direction well. They don't like to be told what to do. I paused and I said, most all Woolsey men don't like to be told what to do. And Chef Reyes and Manny looked at each other and said, it's not just Woolsey men. And I thought about this, and it's true. I don't like to be told what to do. My next speech in my pathway is to talk about being a protege. And the words ring true to what Avery said when she gave her mentor protege speech. It's like, I don't like to be told what to do. She was told that by her daughter, and she agreed with it. So thinking back, in order to grow and learn, we do have to take direction and be inspired and grow. And I remembered some people from my past that helped me. One thing that happened during the pandemic is I got a letter in the mail, and out dropped a photograph. I want to show you that photo. I'm going to share my screen really briefly here. Can you see that? Beautiful young woman, that's me. And what I think is so amazing about this is that, first of all, the appropriate response from you is like, oh, nothing's changed, you look the same. And aside from being amazed at that tiny waist, that could be me today with not the tiny waist, but that's just my office now. This is, if you can see the photo in the back upper right hand corner, there's a door. That's my office. There's a second door over here that goes to the storeroom. And here I am next to a Hobart mixer. If you step out my office today, you will see, we call it the elephant, a big Hobart mixer. It's probably the same age as this one. And there I am putting salads on a Cambro cart. I just bought 8 brand new Cambro carts. So nothing has changed. And I'm probably 26, 27 here. And this is in the 80s. And it's funny to see that, well, nothing has really changed. I'm still the same person. I'm still doing the same thing. But a lot has changed. And I look back to that job, and the photo came from my old boss, Mary Pryde. I started that job when I was 25, and Mary was 30. So she was older and wiser, and she really guided me a lot in that first job. I really admired Mary. She was so popular. Everybody loved her. We'd walk around campus, and everybody would say, hi, Mary Pryde, and they just loved her, and I admired her for that. She was also a good listener, and she guided me. She had been in my position, and she had been promoted to my boss, and I took her old job, so she guided me. She helped me learn how to become a manager, how to lead people. She also taught me how to deal with situations. I remember one time a student had been talking to me about all the food we were wasting. And Mary and I were meeting with, I think it was the chaplain on campus, and I brought up, is there some way that we could, save all this food? And Mary responded right away, and I realized that I'd opened my mouth when I shouldn't have. And she was very gracious, and she directed the conversation back in a way that taught me that you talk with your supervisor first before you bring up things to strangers in your department. But I really admired Mary, and it was very sweet of her to remember me 30 plus years later and send me the photo. We had lost contact, and I do hope to keep contact with her. Another mentor I had was in one of my other jobs a couple of years later, and this was with Kitty Roberts. She was a dietitian, and I just admired her so much. I worked for her for a number of years, a long time. I never felt like I could fill Kitty's shoes. She was just amazing. She was a military wife, a Navy wife. She raised 4 children. She got a college degree while she was raising her 4 children and taking care of her sick husband. And I think she was also doing volunteer work for Meals on Wheels. She got her college degree. She got a job, and she worked her way up to be the director of a large department. And I admired her so much. What Kitty had for me the greatest impact was that she believed in me and she guided me. And we were having a conversation one time. I think there were layoffs coming up, and I was feeling insecure about my position because my position was expendable. And Kitty said to me, she said, no matter what, I will make a space for you. I remember our relationship. She would listen to me and guide me, and I thought I will never be a director. I never really thought I could do that. But here I am 30 years later, and I am in a position of authority with an office next to the Hobart Mixer and all those other things. There were lots of other bosses after that, but Mary and Kitty were my early on bosses, supervisors, mentors, and guides. And their words and their listening skills and how they guided me and believed in me have stayed with me. And I really admire them and I value them. Partly because I watched and I listened. I think actions speak louder than words, and they modeled what I wanted to become. Right now, I learn a lot from my chef Reyes. He teaches me how to have fun at work, and we're always laughing and coming up with new ideas. Manny Jimenez is the hardest working person I have ever worked with, and I will work 12-hour days, he'll work 14. So I continue to learn and be inspired by them. I hope to go on and continue and inspire and lead the people that work for me now, the people that are the same age as that young woman in that photo that I showed you earlier on. Toastmasters guides me and leads me, and you all inspire me. And that's what we are here for, right, is to learn. And so I continue to be a perpetual protege. Even if I don't like to be told what to do, I can still learn from you. Thank you. Back to you.